every year dozens of painters are either killed or hospitalised because of falls from heights. Oftentimes this is because they've been using trestles and planks inappropriately. To perform the work with maximum safety, a sound knowledge of trestle and plank systems is essential to enable the correct equipment to be selected for each job situation. Regulations vary from state to state. The regulations applying in any particular state can be obtained from the appropriate state authority. Information on the latest laws relating to workplace safety can be checked by visiting the Safe Work Australia website. Before commencing work with any type of trestle and plank, a risk assessment should be undertaken. It is wise to conduct a survey of the proposed work site before conducting an assessment, as each location will have different hazards to deal with. Safe Work Australia research shows that slips, trips and falls are one of the most common causes of injury to workers in the construction industry. Falls from ladders and trestles and planks can have serious consequences for workers and their families. Falling objects striking workers or the public can also cause serious injury and must be considered when producing the risk assessment. Generally, it is always necessary to protect other workers and the public from falling objects when conducting work on trestles and planks. Some common control measures commonly used to prevent this are as follows. The supervisor or manager of the site should be informed of the location and duration of the work. Installation of warning signs. The establishment of an exclusion zone around the work area by the use of barriers, cones or bunting. Control of pedestrian or vehicular traffic if required. Lanyards on tools that may fall. Fitting toe boards wherever available. The use of appropriate personal protective equipment such as a hard hat, gloves, covered footwear, goggles and close-fitting clothing. Beware of contacting power lines when putting a ladder into position. If you must work near power lines, including supply lines into a building, have them de-energised or insulated with tiger tails before placing the ladder. In addition, any ladders or trestles used near power lines should be non-conducting, such as timber. Timber planks are planks made from timber hardwood or Oregon straight grain timbers. Planks up to 4 meters are available. The planks must be free from knots, splits, decay, and with no twists or warps. Hardwood planks must not be less than 225mm wide and 37mm thick. Oregon planks must not be less than 225mm wide and 32mm thick. The planks must not be painted with opaque paints. They should be free from grease and oil to prevent slipping, and to prevent planks from splitting they should be stitch bolted, doweled or laminated at each end. Planks should not be dropped and should be stored in a dry, well-ventilated area when not in use. Aluminium planks are made from extruded aluminium, generally having cast aluminium end caps. The planks must be free from stress cracks or other signs of metal fatigue. They must be free of oil and grease to prevent slipping. Do not use aluminium planks that are twisted or warped. They should not be dropped and must not be less than 225mm wide. The planks must not be painted and should be stored in a dry, well-ventilated area when not in use. At ground level, make sure any hole pits or gratings are covered. Some basic principles for the safe use of timber trestles and planks include that all timbers used must be free of knots, fungi attack, and seasoned to the correct moisture content. All timber must be straight grain for strength and must be dressed on all sides with corners rounded or chamfered for safe handling. Timber scaffolding must not be painted with opaque paints. Opaque paints will cover defects such as splits, cracks, and can make ladder rungs, treads and planks slippery. Timber may be protected with a coat of clear finish. Ladder bracket scaffolding consists of 2 rung-type ladders, each of which is fitted with an approved ladder bracket to hold a scaffolding plank. Ladder bracket scaffolds are constructed from single or extension ladders with brackets to support scaffold planks and are to be used only for very minor tasks at heights less than 2 meters. Ladder bracket scaffolds should be considered only when controls higher in the hierarchy are not reasonably practical. If you do need to use ladder bracket scaffolds, the following must be observed. Only use industrial grade single or extension ladders. Pitch the ladders at a horizontal to vertical slope ratio of 1:4. Make sure the ladders are firmly footed on a hard level surface. Secure them against movement in any direction. Keep the horizontal distance between brackets to 2.4 meters or less, and make sure the planks are genuine scaffold planks in good condition and secured against sliding. Brackets must be approved by the appropriate state authority. The planks must have a minimum overhang of 230mm each end, and the distance between the brackets must not exceed 2.44 meters. The maximum height of the working platform must not exceed 2 meters, and no more than 1 person can work on the ladders at any one time. All work must be performed between the ladders. Trestles are self-supporting scaffolds capable of holding 1 or 2 horizontal scaffolding planks to form a working platform. Trestles will support a maximum of 2 planks and 2 people. Folding trestles are available in timber, steel or aluminium. Stiles are tapered towards the top and should be wide enough apart to take 2 225mm scaffold planks. Do not use step ladders as a trestle. Rungs are staggered on each side to give a platform rise of 225mm. The trestle is prevented from over-opening and collapse by a specially formed lipped trestle hinge. When the hinge is fully opened, the angle should not be less than 24 degrees or more than 36 degrees. Spreader ropes may also be used as in swing-back step ladders. Trestle scaffolds are generally not suitable for working at 2 meters or above. If they are used at heights greater than 2 meters, guard railings should be used so as to prevent persons from falling off the open side or end of the work platform. The system, including the planks, must be assembled according to the manufacturer's specifications. For safe use of trestles, check all trestles and planks for defects before erecting. Fully open the trestles. If a stay bar is fitted, it must be correctly locked. Trestle planks must not be placed above 3.6 meters. Trestle ladders higher than 5 meters must not be used. The trestle ladders must not be spaced more than 2.4 meters apart. The trestles must be placed on a firm, solid footing. Overhang of the plank on the trestle rungs must be at least 230mm. If the working height exceeds 2 meters and is less than 3.66 meters, 2 planks of equal strength laid side by side must be used. If they are used at heights greater than 2 meters, Guard railings should be used so as to prevent persons from falling off the open side or end of the work platform. The system, including the planks, must be assembled according to the manufacturer's specifications. The planks must form a horizontal working platform. All work must be performed between the trestle ladders, never over each. No more than 2 persons can work on the plank at any time. For more information on erecting trestles and planks safely, consult the following Australian standards.